I really don't want to talk about this. I've mentioned this before. I love Westlake. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another recap video. The Varsity Show hosted by Robert Young, me, student, and we're gonna jump right into it. So I already went over the playoff bracket reveal and everything. That video's already up on the channel. You guys can check it out. I live streamed it the other night. You guys can already check it out. Sorry for the delay on this video. I've been very busy with a lot of work, a lot of videos crank out for you guys. But I think the best game so far this week. First of all, we had a really great week, week finale of the regular season for Texas high school football. But I think the best play of the week is Vandegrift 17, Round Rock 17 heading into overtime. This is probably the best clip to watch. So Vandegrift gets a stop in overtime. Round Rock's forced to take a field goal. They blocked one earlier and got a turnover on downs. This is what happens in overtime to win the game. Picks it up. Runs it back. And he goes all the way to the house. Untouched. Also, sorry to the kid. I know this hurt, but the college football fall. If you guys ever seen college football tackling in the video game, the EA game, this is exactly how it looks right there. Sorry to the kid, though. I mean, props to Round Rock, man. You know, it's a very tough loss for your end of regular season, But even bigger props to Vandegrift, Just winners win and losers lose, you know what I mean? Like, Vandegrift always finds a way to win. They did get beat down by Dripping Springs at the beginning of the year. They lost to McNeil. Because they lost to McNeil and Hutto beat McNeil, but McNeil beat Vandegrift, they're going to share the district championship. So Vandegrift remains undefeated in district. I believe they have like an 8. I believe the last time they lost district was 8 years ago, or not 8 years ago, it was in 2016, so almost 10 years ago was the last time they lost the district championship. So some would consider a tie a loss, but unfortunately, ties aren't considered losses, and Vandegrift is still undefeated in district championships. This is the new playoff rankings heading into the rankings heading into playoffs. You got South Lake Carroll at 1, Allen at 2, Lake Travis at 3, Ridge Point at 4, Prosper at 5, Duncanville at 6, North Crowley at 7, sneaking back into the top 10, College Park at 8, Dickinson at 9, Summer Creek at 10. You got S.A. Johnson at 11, Pearland at 12, Dripping Springs at 13, Harlan 14, Riley East 15, Steely 18, Waxahachie 17, Klein Collins 18, Den Geyer 19, North Shore Falls to 20, C.E. King 21, S.A. Brennan 22, Westlake Chaparrals 23, Coppell Cowboys 24, and Katy Tigers at 25. So we'll get into the Westlake game in a minute. We'll get into that Summer Creek or that North Shore drop too. But there's the rankings there. Summer Creek ends. I have the tab right here. Summer Creek stomps the North Shore Mustangs 27-0, breaking their 57-game district win streak. I don't know what to say. It's like, I spoke about this on the playoff bracket reveal show. Someone had told me North Shore for state, and I said, I don't know about that one. Sometimes North Shore shows up, sometimes they don't. I don't know about that one. And the guy said, like, oh, well, they needed that loss to humble them a little bit. I still don't know. For the Westlake game, did North Shore really show up during the Westlake game? No, they got out-coached the entire game. They got out-coached, they got outmanned, outplayed every front of that game in the playoffs in the semifinals last year. They didn't go their way. Okay, they got the field goal, and that was about. And they got a basically give me touchdown from Westlake. That was basically it. But Summer Creek, number 15 at the time, against number 7 North Shore, shuts down North Shore at their home on senior night, 27-0, takes the field. That North Shore D-line, or that Summer Creek D-line, North Shore tried to run it down Summer Creek's throat, but it just was not giving. North Shore has a really strong D-line. Props to, Summer Creek, sorry, I keep getting them mixed up. Summer Creek has a really strong D-line. Props to Summer Creek and their defensive line and their entire defense as a whole for that shutout. Really good win. But yeah, that's all I pretty much have there. Summer Creek is co-district champions of District 23 6A. They share with CE King and North Shore. So yeah, I really don't want to talk about this. I've mentioned this before. I love Westlake. I have a Westlake shirt in my closet. I don't have a Lake Travis shirt, but I picked Lake Travis to beat Westlake before the rivalry game happened, and they stomped Westlake. Dripping Springs 45. Number 16 Westlake 35. This is the second game now that Westlake has lost at home, which did not happen a lot. This is their third loss of the year, which also hasn't happened in years. So I don't know. In the playoffs, I don't know how they're gonna do. They're hit or miss for me. They have Vandergrift for their first playoff round. Vandergrift played Dripping Springs at the beginning of the year. They got stomped 42 to like 14 against Dripping Springs, so I expect Westlake to probably do the same. Although again, it was the first game of the year. You never know how things are gonna go. Yeah, circumstances, players, they could all be different. Westlake, I will say, injuries have hurt them, but you can only play with the people you have. So, and I will say this, with the injuries hurting them and the players that they have to field out there, the future of the program, they need a little work. I'm not saying they can't get there, but they need a little work. I love Westlake. You guys know I love Westlake. I covered Westlake a lot. I covered Westlake all through last year, but they need a lot of work on their every front, the offense and defense. Hutto survives against McNeil 52 to 49. McNeil will not go to the playoffs, despite putting up this fight against Hutto and beating the co-district champions Vandergrift. So shout out to McNeil players, all the seniors on that team. It's got to be a tough situation to be put in to beat those teams and then not go to the playoffs still. I believe it's because in their district it's like the top 3, and I don't believe McNeil's in the top 3. I don't know how that all works, not completely, but yeah, props to McNeil, man, and props to Hutto for staying alive in that one. We'll get through some 6A scores here. Number 22, CE King 76, Channelview 7, Dickinson 66, Deer Park 27, Atascocita 56, Goose Creek 7. Number 11, S.A. Johnson, 42. Clark Cougars, 30. Number 29, Vandergrift, 23. Round Rock, 17. I'm not going to do that because it's not top 25. But Shadow Creek, 62. Pasadena, Rayburn, 0. North Fournier, 63. Rockwall, 39. Number 14, Riley East, 26. Riley Pirates, 28. Or 36. Riley Pirates, 28. Strake Jutson, 38. Foster Falcons, 22. Sorry if I butchered that name. Tomball, 58. Climb Forest, 42. S.A. Brennan, 49. Number 23, S.A. Brennan, 49. Warren Warriors, 7. Brian Nelson, 42. Keller Central, 28. Hutto and McNeil, I already went over that score. Mongolia, 38. Klein Bearcats, 22. Memorial, 40. Stratford, 14. So yeah, there's the 6A scores for the week. Here's some 5A scores and some Austin area 5A scores. Weiss versus Anderson. Weiss 28, Anderson 7. Anderson in 5A is ranked number 8, or they're ranked like number 7, or they're in the top 10. They're somewhere in the top 10. I gotta say this. I don't know if I didn't do a prediction video, so there was no predictions for this. But had I done a prediction video, I don't know who I would have picked, to be honest, as my final. Even my I'm still confident, trying to think of like the two I would pick, or one of them I would pick. But one hand, you got Anderson 9-0 going into the game, beat teams Weiss lost to. They're on a historical run. They have Caleb Crenshaw, ASD all-time rushing leader from LBJ, who transferred to Anderson for his senior year. They got a really great offense, a really great defense. They got a can't-lose attitude in their games. Then you have Rice playing for the district. I believe this got them the district title. I don't know because of their other losses. So I don't know how true that is, actually, now that I say it. But it was just Anderson kept shooting themselves in the foot. At one point it was 17 to 14, but they had 3 fumbles. And you guys know better. Anybody that knows football knows you can't have more turnovers than the other team. So they had 3 fumbles against Rice. Rice capitalized, scored a few times, and 28-7 is your score. Anderson finishes the regular season 9-1. They could have had a historic run, being 10-0, but unfortunately, again, the Wolves come out on top. So props to Rice and props to Anderson too. Get some more 5A scores here by Var Austin. Snoop Daniels, or the guy who runs that. Shout out to Snoop. Check him out. Cedar Ridge 69, Maynard 21. Maynard's probably gonna be in a rebuild revenge season coming up. They went 0-10 for the year. So yeah, they just had a really bad season. Again, revenge season coming soon next year, 2027. Or excuse me, 2026 football season. Henderson 56, Cedar Creek 0, nothing special there. It's Cedar Creek. East Side 50, Leander 13. Or Eastview 50, Leander 13. Cedar Park 60, Georgetown 52. This was a shocker. Last year, I would have picked Georgetown to beat Cedar Park had I done a prediction video. I'm not gonna lie. I would have picked Georgetown, just because if you guys check out the channel, I saw the video up, I believe. Georgetown and Cedar Park played last year for the district title, and Georgetown wiped the floor with Cedar Park. It was like 31-14 or 31-7, I believe. It was a bad game. But somehow Cedar Park comes out on top on this one, beating Georgetown at Georgetown, 60-52. What an offensive shootout. Hopefully these teams can get their defense better, but it's good offense got practice heading into the playoffs on that one. So props to Cedar Park. Congrats on the district championship. Liberty Hill 48, Bastrop 14. I talked about this in my bracket reveal video reaction the other night. I was really happy to see the Hill win. I was really happy to see them win. They played at home, so I think it was senior night for them. Liberty Hill's another one of those teams I have a shirt of. I have a Liberty Hill shirt, Westlake shirt, Austin High shirt. I got a couple of shirts in my closet of these teams. But I was really happy to see them win. Last year they lost because their secondary last year was just not it. Their defense this year is really great, probably one of the best in Austin. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with the new head coach, David Seaborn, I believe is his name, the new head coach, father of DJ Seaborn, one of the best backs for Liberty Hill currently. Again, with their defense this year, I feel like they can make a deep playoff run. Last year, they got out really early in the second round against the Brenham Cubs. This year, if things play out a certain way, they could be rematching the Brenham Cubs in a second round. So we'll see. I already did the Cedar Ridge Manor one, so yeah, we'll skip over that. Check out Snoop's show, ESPN 1027 ESPN, VAR, 4th and VAR. That's a good one. This is volleyball. Rice 2, Friendswood 3. So Rice ends their season for volleyball. Incredible season for them in the regional semifinals for 5AD2. Elgin 63, Navarro 14. Not much to say. I don't think either team's going to the playoffs. Yeah, they're not. So not much to say. Props to the seniors that played their hearts out that night, though. McCallum 73, Crockett 8. Are the Knights going to the playoffs? I think they might. Actually, I don't know. I think they did beat Fluke. I don't know. I'd have to look at the schedule. I don't remember McCallum, but if they do, I wouldn't rely on them too much to go to the playoffs or go for a deep run. I don't think they're going to the playoffs. If I remember from the bracket reveal stream, I don't think so. But a nice little stat padding night for McCallum. Vista Ridge 38, Westwood 34. It's a lot closer than I think it would be, but props to Vista Ridge, props to Westwood. Congrats. Did the Huddle McNeil one already, Vandergrift Round Rock one. And then this is the bi-district openers. So your bi-district openers: 10-0 Lake Travis versus 5-5 Round Rock. Hutto 8-2 versus Bowie 6-4. Dripping Springs versus Vista Ridge, and Vandergrift will go against the Westlake Chaps in the bi-district first round playoff openers Friday, November 14th for the 6A, D1, and D2 rounds. So yeah, there you go for those. Volleyball here. Volleyball 6A D1 regional semifinals. Westlake 3, Cibolo Steel 1. So Westlake will be advancing to, I believe, the finals for regionals, and I believe they beat that, they'll go to the semifinal round, and then from there it's state. So yeah, we'll see. Good luck, Westlake. Dripping Springs 3, New Braunfels Canyon 0. So again, they'll be advancing to the regional finals. Austin High 3, Laredo Alexander 0, and they'll also be going to the finals. Not much I could say about volleyball. I don't watch volleyball that much. I really wanted to cover them deeply. I just became, again, busy with school and all that, so I haven't been able to cover them. Cedar Park 3, Sherilyn Pioneer 1 in volleyball again. So, again, finals. Liberty Hill 3, McAllen Memorial 0, 5AD2 regional semifinals. Georgetown 3, Montgomery 1, 5AD2. Wembley 3, Sweeney 0, 4AD2. And yeah, it's about all we. Oh, here, I want to cover this too. So I've been uploading some basketball videos, editing some basketball videos. We're working with I'm Coming Sports Network. Check them out if you guys are athletes who want recruiting. Here are the 6A high school basketball boys rankings. There's not much to say really. I'm just gonna go over the top 10. You got Duncanville at 1, Allen at 2, which I think Bel Air should be at 2. I'm a firm believer of the final rankings of I say firm believer. It wasn't really till like a week after I made my preseason football poll that I thought, never mind. But I'm a believer that the top 25 for the preseason rankings should be what the top 25 were for the end of last season. So I think Duncanville at 1 is good because they won state last year, obviously. But I think Bel Air should be at 2, not Allen, and then Allen should be moved to 3. Then S.A. Brennan at 4. I think that's how that one should go. That's just personally me. And then you got Jordan at 5 or 6. But you got Jordan at 5, S.A. Brennan at 6, College Park at 7, Lake Ridge at 8, Harlan at 9, I think that's S.A. Harlan at 9, and Marcus at 10. So yeah, and you got Denton Geyer at 3, Bel Air at 4. So yeah. And I'm just saying those because of the pod. This is going to go on Spotify later, so people on audio won't be able to see that. But yeah, look forward to hoops season. I'm trying to do I want to do a docu-series of a basketball player here in Austin. I don't know who it's going to be yet. I don't know if that's set in stone. Or there's nothing set in stone, so don't get your hopes up about that. But if you're an athlete in Austin area, basketball player, reach out on Twitter or something. Maybe we'll cover you or email me on the website. Speaking of websites, here's a site launching soon. I'm not going to put the link or anything, but you guys can type the link into your search bars and everything. The link is going to change soon once I buy the domain name and everything, but this is a new site I have launched, so just to look more official and everything, so that we can have everything. We see we have a blog here. We got videos, and then we got the basketball uploaded already. We got it all auto uploads. I don't have to update anything, but here's the playlist for football, so you guys can watch the football and all the sports from the website. We got, like I said, news and articles. There's the bracket reveal thing. Like I was talking about, the rankings and all that. I haven't uploaded or typed too many news things other than the bracket reveal and the preseason stuff because, again, the site hasn't launched officially yet. You got a score tracker here, so you guys can keep track of all the scores and all the upcoming games coming up. You can see we got some games: girls varsity basketball, boys varsity basketball, volleyball, football, all the main sports we got covered. And all the main schools are all covered in the score tracker, so you guys can view scores across the entire state. Varsity magazine, so you guys can read the varsity magazine on Patreon, all for free. I work really hard on that, so I really appreciate if you guys read that. You got the photo gallery, which is not many photographers here. It's just Spina and pictures I edited. But I plan to reach out to some photographers and just feature them all here because I think it would be really cool to have a central hub where, like, if a company wants to reach out to a photographer for a certain school, they can come here, look for a photographer, and then go, boom, okay, I reach out to this guy on Instagram and get him to take pictures for this school. We also got a rate to watch section, so you guys know like where you can watch Texas high school football or Texas high school sports in general. You guys can watch on Huddle TV, NFHS, Dave Campbell's Texan Live, Texas Sports Productions, Vibe Live, my channel, Texas Football Live, Texas Tone, Stargaze Media, and many more. So yeah, I just, like I said, it's just a little passion project I'm working on. I think it looks a lot more official, a lot better than the current site that we have now, which is this one. It looks nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I think this one looks a lot better, and I feel like it would work a lot better with what I'm trying to do and trying to be as Austin Sports Rewind, I guess you could say. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know who you guys think is gonna win the Texas high school football and volleyball playoff bracket, and who you're looking forward to for basketball. But I'll see you guys next time. Take care.